Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to our Dynamic Leaders Forum Toastmasters Club online meeting number 287. Toastmaster International encourages a positive and inclusive environment for its members. However, it discourages behavior and practices that violate ethical standards or disrupt the integrity of its program. Toastmasters doesn't explicitly discourage invocations or pledges, it advises sensitivity to cultural and religious diversity when including such elements in the meeting. Before we proceed, I would like to read over the rules of the meeting for a smooth run. Please mute your microphones unless it's your turn to speak. If you need to step away, kindly turn off your cameras or for courtesy. Use the raise hand feature to indicate you did like to speak or have a question. Feel free to use the chat function, but let's ensure it doesn't distract the speakers. Zoom Master will spotlight the speakers while they speak. With this, I open meeting number 287 as said, and since you're all now celebrated Diwali and back from Diwali, now the festival season is coming to an end, except the Christmas and the New Year it only is waiting for us at the year end. 2025 is about to end. Let us actually have a what to say non-polluted Diwali this time. I hope we had it. We try to limit ourselves, not polluting the environment much, and up and about to expecting the next upcoming festivals also more and New Year coming up. Let us have a theme meeting from my side. I'm just putting an ear to our presiding officer. We'll have a theme festival meeting one day so that we all can celebrate online or an hybrid meeting if possible. So with this, I hand over the session to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Savita, who is always smiling, very sincere to whatever she does. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bindu. Sorry about the last minute rush. Apologize for a lot of inconvenience for waiting for me. So as I said, I'll join before 2:30. I think I joined. Okay, so as a presiding officer, today I will officially start our meeting number 267. So, what are the updates? Before going for the updates, let me check if we have any guest. Any guest with us? I don't consider Sabharish as well as Niranjan as our guest. They are kind of part of our club members. So even though they are not part of our club, they are our uh, officially weekly members, I should say. Shravani. So, guest Shravani, can you please unmute yourself and introduce about yourself? How did you get to know about the meeting and so on?
Uh, Hi everyone, I am Shravani. I am from CMI Toastmasters Club. My preceding officer told me the role is open, so I took counter role for today's meeting. Uh, Happy to hear you all.
Thank you so much, Shravani, for helping us out in the role play. Very much appreciated. Please let us know your feedback by end of the session. Okay. So I request all the role players to rename themselves so that it's easy for us to identify. So the role players underscore your name. So, so what are the updates? So updates is, as you all know, November 22nd and 23rd we are having a semi-annual conference in Coimbatore. So our Toastmaster Uma is competing for the evaluation contest. As I promised, until the contest gets over, we will be cheering her up. So give a round of applause to her and cheer up that she should win. So all our best wishes are there for you, Uma. So next week also be there in the meeting. We will be wishing you. So apart from that, our newsletter chair for Division H, Toastmaster Janaki, sent a message that we can send a what do you say newsletter related topics for the month of November is impactful speech moments aha moments, notable speeches. So these are the these are the topics that we can send for the month of November, and the last due date is November 25th. Am I right, Toastmaster Janaki? Okay. She's nodding head like
Yes,
just
you are
like
right.
her son, Okay. Thank you so much for nodding your head. It realized that you are so much busy with your son. Okay. Apart from that, how was the Diwali, guys? Nobody celebrated Diwali?
It was amazing, colorful, very sweet,
Mm,
with
that's
little
nice.
crackers. Yeah.
Okay. Toastmaster Bindu, I think you already said that, but still I'm
No,
asking you again.
actually, we don't. We are not supposed to burst crackers or do anything here. We just get some
Okay.
small sparklers, which the kiddos enjoy usually. So
Uh-huh.
whoever have small kids, they get those sparklers alone. We don't get even flower pots, small sparklers, and that what they call. I'm not sure about the name. We just put it down like a stone cracker, no, something like that. We
Uh-huh.
put it down, and
Uh-huh.
it just gives a sound. But sound like
Okay.
something like that. Only those are available, that too illegally. So once we burst the crackers, then we are caught. So it's better to avoid. And my children are grown up, so we didn't have much. They don't have sweets also. So just wearing a new dress and taking snaps. That's it. And going to the temple. That was our Diwali.
That's actually you're missing your inner child to crack the Diwali thing, I
Yes.
guess,
No, for us it is like that, but for kids, they're grown up here, so they don't feel much. They don't feel
Okay.
much, not interested much in crackers or anything. No, they just we were just watching the movie in TV, the Coolie and all those things, whichever was coming up, just randomly, and going
But
to
you
friends'
chill.
places and giving sweets. That's all. Distributing sweets all around. That'll be a Diwali always. We Because
Okay.
after wearing the new dress, we'll have to go somewhere, right? Where to go?
Yeah.
So
No,
it's like
nowadays the trend is just wear a dress and take a selfie and post it in WhatsApp. Yeah.
that's what, that's what I said. Though we are going, let us do at least that.
Yeah, yeah, true, true. So what about Sabarish? How did you celebrate?
Good afternoon, Toastmasters Savita, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Honestly, I didn't burst any crackers at Diwali, not because of I'm saving some pollution or environment. Like I don't have any company, and but I watched all the three movies in theater, and apart from that, I had some good food, some good sleep. That's all.
You are
So
a
the day
very
just went
big
off.
movie buff, right?
Obviously, yeah,
All
I'm a
three
very big
movies
movie
in
buff.
theater. How did you
That
actually
too in
be in
single
the
day.
theater for 8, 9 hours? Yeah.
Yeah, that too in single day. I just watched that.
Wow.
No other go for
So,
me.
okay. So, who else? Toastmaster Shravani, how was your Diwali celebration? If you can come online, show your face, it will be great, everyone. Okay, I think Shravani is little busy, so let's move on. So today our Toastmaster of the day is Toastmaster Niranjan Rishi. So he is from M- Metonia SRM Ishwari Club, the chartered treasurer, and a person who loves to chill and loves people. And that is the reason he has taken a theme emotions. So let's see how many kind of emotions he will reveal in his session today. I'm very eager to know. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Niranjan Rishi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Savita. Whenever I think of Diwali, the first emotion that we have is joy, right? The joy of the enlightenment from the darkness. This is the first thing. But whenever you're going outside, generally going outside, not even in a Diwali, but just strolling out, the emotion that you have is happiness on what others are doing in their life. Even though we have traffic in Chennai, the third busiest place in the world, the traffic is immense. And when people are bursting crackers, for me especially, I get really annoyed because the sound that comes even at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the morning, it makes me so annoyed because I do not burst crackers. I do not do that for like a couple of years now. Because whenever I look out of my window, I'm in the fourth floor of my apartment. Whenever I look out of my apartment, you can't see anything outside because it's already filled with fog and smoke. For 2 3 days, I couldn't see anything outside because it's always been smoke. So the emotion there for me is just annoyance or angriness. We all have emotions in us that in our life, right? So these emotions define our character and our perceptions in certain things. So before for the general evaluator who's taking it up. General evaluator is not joined yet. Can someone take it up?
You can directly call the role players if they are all there.
Okay. So I'll call upon the time Toastmaster Mtg, who's the timer for today's meeting. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Niranjan. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As the timer, it is my duty to check are we in line with agenda with respect to time. And also we have specific sections like prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluation sections, and each and everything have specific time frame. So I will be noting the time taken for each and everything, and I'll be indicating whether we are in time or out of time. So for prepared speech, we have two different types of speeches today. One speech is 10 to 15 minutes, another is 5 to 7 minutes. For 10 to 15 minutes speech, I'll be showing the green card at 12 minutes, yellow card at 14 minutes, and red card at 15 minutes. And for the 5 to 7 minute speech, I'll be showing the green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. And I request the speakers to wrap up their speech when you see the red card. And for table topics, the time duration is under 2 minutes. So I'll be showing the green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. And in case of evaluation section, for speech evaluation, I'll be showing the green card at 2 minutes, yellow card at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red card at 3 minutes. And I'll be submitting the time taken by each and every individual speakers when the general evaluator calls me back. That is all from my side, and over to Toastmaster Niranjan.
Thank you, ma'am, for the introduction of your role. Please, all speakers and speakers, please pin your screen to us so that you can know your timings when you speak. And we'll now move on to the R counter, Toastmaster Shravani.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am the counter for today's meeting. As a counter, I will listen all the speakers and noted down the filler words like and repeated words like well, so, like At the end of the meeting, I will give my report. Thank you, Toastmaster Niranjan. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shravani, for introducing your role. Now we move on to the grammarian and Indian master, who is Toastmaster Savita.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Niranjan Rishi, for calling me upon. So, my role today is grammarian and idiom master role. So, as you all know, grammar is the thread for all the words you use. If you use it effectively, you can communicate well. So, that is the reason we have grammarian as one of the role players. So, today I will be watching you all how you speak, and if there is any grammatical error, we will try to point it out, and we want to emphasize those so that we don't use those words in future, as well as I will also point out those which are very good usage of phrases or words which we can use in our day-to-day life. That is my first roles and responsibility. Second role is as a grammarian, I have to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is acumen. Acumen is ability to understand and judge things quickly and clearly. So anybody would like to use? The example which I can give is she is managing director known for her business she's a managing director known for her business acumen. Anyone would like to use that?
His sporting acumen is well recognized everywhere.
That's wonderful. Anyone? So as I already said, ability to understand and judge things quickly and clearly. So I can think of one. So evaluators of our club are very much acumen in whatever they do. So they provide the feedback to our speakers. So that is the one. And the idiom of the day is street smart. Meaning is practical knowledge gained from real life experience. Example, he is street smart and is not afraid of the neighborhood. So street smart. It's used very often. Anyone? I feel Niranjan is a street smart.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will provide my report once my general evaluator or Toastmaster of the day Niranjan Rishi calls upon. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day Niranjan Rishi.
Thank you, ma'am, for introducing the role and calling me street smart. Please do write the word of the day and the idiom of the day in the chat so you can use it. Now I call upon the listening master. Yes.
Toastmaster Mustafa, I'm here.
Okay. So, Mr.
So,
Mustafa.
good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Toastmaster Mustafa, your listening master for today. Listening is one of the most underrated yet powerful communication skills. We often hear to respond but rarely listen to understand. My role today is simple. It is to test how carefully we listen throughout the meeting. So keep your ears sharp because at the end, I'll ask some few interesting questions based on what happened in today's session. Let's see who among us is truly a listening master. Over to you, Toastmaster Niranjan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mustafa, for introducing the role. Now we move on to the prepared speeches. But before that, I'll tell the three segments in Toastmasters. So first, you have the prepared speeches. Today you have two speeches that you have practiced, and you're gonna give the speech today. And we have your table topics, in which there's an impromptu speaking session. And with the last, we have the evaluation. We have where the evaluators and the tag team give their constructive reports and the constructive feedbacks. So we have two speeches today. Based on emotions, we have so many stories in our life. So we have love, fear, anger, happiness, joy. So many emotions that could be told as a story, or as a speech, or as a film. So I have two speeches today. The first speaker is Toastmaster Janiki. Before I call upon her evaluator, who is Toastmaster Nandakumar. So Nandakumar is passionate about math, movies, and marathon. He loves to sing, dance, and celebrate every moment of his life, which shows his emotions in different varieties of his life. Now over to you, Toastmaster Nandakumar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Niranjan. Am I audible? Perfect. Okay. So today my target speaker is Toastmaster Janaki. Her pathway is presentation mastery. She is doing a level 4 first project, managing a difficult audience. The project objectives are very interesting. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to address audience challenges when he or she speaks outside of the Toastmasters club. So the member will deliver a 5 to 7 minute speech on any topic and practice responding to 4 audience member disruptions. The speech may be new or previously presented. The evaluation is based on members' ability to address and diffuse challenges presented by the audience. So audience member roles were assigned by the Toastmaster and VPE prior to this meeting. So with that said, I wish her speech is going to be of 5 to 7 minutes, and but still with the including the interactions with the audience and the challenges posed by the audience, the speech length can be of 10 to 15 minutes. With that said, I wish her all the very best, and over to you, Toastmaster Niranjan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nandakumar, for pointing out Toastmaster Janiki's purpose of our speech. I call upon, now we will go on to Toastmaster Janiki's speech. So her pathway is Presentation Mastery, Level 4. So her title of her speech is Mistakes That Makes Us Better. Toastmaster Janiki, Mistakes That Makes Us Better. Over to you.
I owe an apology. I'm sitting and talking today. I got toppled and my knees are badly hurt. So I'm sitting. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I actually texted my colleague once. I have sent the file. Within second, when I kept the full stop, within second, the autocorrect changed the entire text as I have sent the file. I actually typed send, S-E-N-D, but the autocorrect made sure it has to be sent there instead of send. I laughed. I had a pause. I had a thought. I felt even my phone knows better grammar than I do. This tiny mistake reminded me something like every slip is one tiny step we make or take towards the better English notion what I have and what each and every one of you have. Basically, language mistakes are signs of failure. They are signs of growth. These are the two debatable topics we hear. Signs of failure, signs of growth. But the truth is, we are not supposed to see them as signs of signs of failure. Instead, we should accept them as signs of growth. Each one shows we are using language. We are letting people know that, hey, I'm using this language. That is out of conversation, not memorization. You cannot call somebody, hi, how are you? What doing? You will only narrate things in a narrative, like memorized manner. Instead, you talk to them. You use the language to have a conversation or look for communication. So we should always have a thought, it is a sign of growth. Instead, it is a sign of failure. When we have a kid in our home or kid in our surrounding and the kid makes a simple mistake, do we laugh at the kid and say, don't you know this also? Do we do that? No. What will we do? We'll tap
Yes,
their
I
head.
do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
That is also a different way of communication, which I am letting it addressed in the end. So that
No,
Mrs. Savita, actually, is General Evaluator joining today? After this session, we need to call him, right? Is he joining? You want me to connect with him in between?
No, actually, distinguished Toastmaster Ashwati has taken over the role now.
Okay, then. Okay, fine. So you'll be
Can we
doing it
pass
now?
that later so that I'll finish it up?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Has Toastmaster Anand quoted it? It is also a sign. It is also a way of making ourselves know and making our pupil or whosoever is near to us, the kith and kin, to know how we are supposed to connect it and correct it. But the good way in the sense, the way which goes or which gives the scope of improvement between people, I would personally say is in a polite manner. Why? Because we consume things in the way we are getting survived, or we give things out in the way we consume it. It might
But
be different.
Janaki, do you think is it right? Because in the fast-moving world, in our career, in the fast-moving world in our career, learning, doing mistake and learning is not an affordable thing, right? It becomes a luxury because we need to prove ourselves each and every moment. And how this will work in our career. Home, family, friends, that is okay. But profession, do you think it will work?
I would personally suggest they will work. Why? Because how are we practicing it and how are we making to apply? And those are the tricks I am planning to convey in the second half of my speech.
So
The
practice,
trick,
according to you, practice is what's necessary. If they don't practice, they cannot do it, right? They cannot go ahead.
when we practice something, the duration of accepting the way of learning will be little bit easier. If we aren't practicing, it takes time to fit into the circle and get accepted.
So if they wanted to finish that in a timeline, so if they don't practice, then what? What is your suggestion?
The timeline is not completely scheduled. It is a self timeline which everyone puts for themselves to learn in the cycle. It doesn't involve that. It doesn't involve the ideology that within a stipulated time somebody has to learn something if they aren't taking the initiative on their own. If they are taking the initiative, like the tricks, small tricks, like whenever we see something, we learn it, we take a minute, we take a pause. Whenever we identify if somebody make a mistake, or when we watch our own video, we might feel that, this place I should have changed. How are we knowing it? We are correcting it by listening it to ourselves. When we make our own mistake, two things happens. We listen to ourselves, we see and listen. When somebody is making mistake, the mind immediately opens the door. This is a mistake. We have a mental pause there. When we have that mental pause, what are we doing? We are taking a minute to coordinate what is the correct thing. In between, we are getting lost in our thought. That can be avoided. Why? Because when we lost in our thought, we might have not have the second set of conversation we are supposed to have with a stranger or somebody. If somebody is talking and we are the one on the other hand noticing the mistakes, it would be very fine for them, because we are not like stopping them or asking them, or in between pouncing on them and saying. If somebody is talking to you and you are hearing yourselves, the two scenarios are getting opened here. If somebody is talking, you are hearing, you will pause and you will understand what mistake they are making, and you will let them know in a soft way that, okay, this is not
Toastmaster
supposed
Janaki,
to.
when I never hear, I always listen. So that is my point of view. See, if you are hearing, it is only a passive process, not an active process. When you listen, 100% you are involved with the other person. It's not.
Listening works when somebody is speaking. Hearing works when you are talking, and you will listen yourselves when it is heard or recorded somewhere. So when the conflict is between you and your consciousness, hearing doesn't work that side. So that time we have to make ourselves acknowledge ourselves. It's okay, like how Savita says, chalo, we'll do it next time. We will crack the same thing, the same scenario in a next better way. Like I remember somebody putting a statement, I put it every day. Even though I did it, I put it every day. But my conscience is saying, okay, when you are reusing the statement, you are supposed to say, I have posted it, I have heard it. So that is why we relearn. When we are talking, we won't listen ourselves, we hear ourselves. When we are doing it for someone, there is a difference between hearing and listening. But when we are talking to somebody, like how I do right now, my consciousness doesn't listen me, it hears me first. It hears me and it immediately automates the word through my mouth. So when we have to correct ourselves and it is a only solo process, we have to hear first and we'll take a time and we listen ourselves. And as I told you, step one is pause, listen to ourselves. The step two would be like we have listened ourselves. What should we next do? Acknowledge and find the help. And if
Can
somebody
you give
is
some
helping
example
us,
for how to give acknowledge? Suppose I'm talking to you, something I'm telling you. Give some example how you acknowledge.
I remember when someone told me, I go to temple. And the person who's talking to me is in the beginning stage of talking. The first thing is, wow, you are standing in front of people and you haven't used your notebooks so far, and you gave a simple example. Good. That's how it starts. And I have one small suggestion to help it. It is not go. Some irregular verbs have a different connotation of sending it. That is, instead of go, it has to be bend. It cannot be light or lighten. It is quite a different word. It's when. So irregular verbs have some differences. So these are basic. So next time you do it, make sure you stand in front of it or record yourselves and hear it. So you are talking in front of people, you may not make the mistake. That would be my suggestion. That is a subtle, calm, and a polite way, like how Toastmasters journey has acknowledged or taught us to reply to people. So second, the first is pause and smile. Second is acknowledge. When you are helping yourselves, it bit takes time. But when you are helping others, you are immediately talking to them. Talk to them in a way you assure them you will collaborate if they need any help in the next time. And you have said them something right, you will repeat it a bit, saying, see, it is not good, it is went. So for you use past tense for go, you will not say good. You will not add just like that ed for other past tense you are usually adding. Instead, you will use the word went. So repeating it twice would give them the encouragement or the thought that, okay, this person is actually helping us to correct. And that is one sign of saying, no issues. Next time, I'll be there. If you have any doubt, you can come to me. And if you are doing it on your own, it is so beautiful. And the third and the final is very important. I would say you have to move on confidently. Now, when I am doing it on my own, I have this habit that whenever I finish the meeting, once the video is uploaded, I'll go back, I'll listen. And I have a separate diary, I'll note it down what mistakes I made. And if somebody is talking in the meeting, I might note it down because I still have the note taking notes because I'm listening them. I'm not hearing myself first. So when I am writing down my thoughts, I would write the thoughts, whatever I felt it right from the other member's message and which is not. And I would try to collaborate it in a right way and put it forward to them. And if somebody is talking to me, somebody is saying me, I have this one told towards time and grammar. When I start talking with the grammatical references, sometimes I take a minute extra or a second extra, and I would hear this, Janaki, you give 2 to 3 examples for one content. Reduce it to one or reduce it to two so that you will not do it. So this is how okay, fine. Okay, illa, not like that. I'm not doing that. This might not make us helpful. Instead, next time we have to make sure whatever I am talking, whatever I am preparing, I have prepared it neatly so that I will not stuck. I'll not give additional examples. I'll not stop or I'll not skip. So this works for the grammar too. So we have to move on confidently so that in the next time we are about to talk, we are not supposed to say that day I made a mistake. So I will make a mistake on this. So we are not supposed to have that thought. When you
If
hear
suppose if
someone,
you have such talk, what will happen? I have that as a problem.
when we lack confidence in our conversation, the idea might be delayed or may not be understood to few people. It is point of communication is we have to talk to them in a correct way and make them understand whatever we are talking, whatever we are communicating. So these are the two things. When we lack either one of them, another one is not standing without, they are not standing properly, they need a support. They are two legs. These two legs has to stand it properly to take the rest of the body upward. It shouldn't be like me without toppling down and sitting like this. It has to be together. And whenever we are doing it, we have to make sure we are remembering the 4 things. Pause and smile. If somebody is doing a mistake, pause and smile. if you aren't smiling, they might lose confidence. We have people who have their eyes on somebody and talk. They're like, we have these kinds of things. They immediately mess it up. When we are talking, somebody would might think, why this person is doing this? That might be the another reason. Acknowledge when somebody
Toastmaster Janaki, I have one doubt. For example, I'm in a sales field. So normally they tell that you should have the eye to eye contact with the customer. Suppose sometimes what happens if it is a opposite gender, sometimes they feel uncomfortable in such situation, how to handle.
when you are talking, they feel uncomfortable.
See, opposite gender. So for my customer in sales, I'm interacting with my opposite gender. Suppose if I have eye to eye contact, some people have some uncomfortable, uneasiness. How to handle properly with the proper eye to eye contact?
Basically, when we talk, we don't fix our eyes on somebody and we cannot go talk on and on. The switches are fine, but when we make sure we are delivering our message properly, the message or the question they have answered to us, I mean, they have asked us, we are only answering to that, and we are only circling around the same topic. I personally feel that will not be a problem. So you will acknowledge the help when you are doing it yourself. Acknowledge yourselves. Quick wins, small wins has to be appreciated, and repeat it. If you are helping somebody, repeat it to them. If you are helping yourself, say it aloud to yourselves, because your conscious needs to listen to you. Unless and until you open your mouth and you say it, your conscious doesn't hear. And move confidently for the next set of conversation. Move for confidently. Have these 4 things in your mind. Any mistakes, any stops, any obstacles in between, that can be sorted, solved, and the language can be an enjoyable journey. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Janaki. Indeed, it was a very insightful speech for a lot of us. We all asked a lot of questions. I hope all the questions are cleared. Now we move on to the next story, next speech of Toastmaster Sabarish. But before calling you, I call his evaluator, which is distinguished Toastmaster Bashwati. So she's a club charter president of this club and immediate past club growth director of District 120. She is also an instructional coach, soft skill trainer, and founder director of Success e-learning. It is my honor to call her up as the evaluator, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Niranjan. Hello, everyone. So I'm here to evaluate Toastmaster Sabarish's speech. So he is presenting a speech from level 1, and he has selected the path visionary communication. His project is introduction to vocal variety and body language. So basically, the purpose of this project is for him to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance a speech. So as an evaluator, I will be looking into the organized speech structure, and he can speak on any topic. And I'll be specifically watching for the awareness of intentional and unintentional movement and body language. So the speech time is 5 to 7 minutes. I wish all the very best to Toastmaster Sabarish. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Ashwati Rajan, for introducing Toastmaster Sabarish's speech details. Now the speech Sabarish, the day everything went wrong. Sabarish, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day, Niranjan Rishi. I'm audible, right? Okay. What's so special about today? It's a beautiful Sunday with nice, cozy weather outside. I woke up late, probably at 9, I guess. I had a cup of coffee and I had a very hot shower. With this cozy weather, hot shower feels like a natural to my body and to my head. My mom made some beautiful breakfast, bread omelette and some broccoli. And I was just chilling, watching YouTube, taking my phone, just recording the scenic nature. I always do that because I love cinematography. So I just shoot some random videos and I edit them with some filters and etc. All I want to convey is now the time is 3:10 and from morning my day was awesome. Everything was perfect. I even got new headphones. But because of this speech, I'm getting a flashback of one old memory. One fine day, the day everything was too messed up, and it made me a version of a wind up monkey. Well, this part of my life, I can name it as the day everything went wrong. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Now, let me take you back to 2018. I was studying 7th grade, probably, and I really begged my dad to take me for a trip. Okay, fine. I'll say this first. I don't really need to beg my dad for a trip. But this time, I asked and he was negotiating his yes many times. You know why? Okay. First I asked, hey dad, can we plan for Delhi and Kulu Manali for this upcoming holiday? He said, yes. And then I asked him, okay, then look for tickets. He was like, dude, it's enough to book a train ticket before 2 weeks. I immediately said, Dad, I know it's enough to book a train ticket before 2 weeks, but people book tickets before a month, so it will be cheaper. My dad replied, okay, so you're not referring to the train ticket, you better tell what you want to say. You expect something, so you better say. Then I said, okay, dad, I want to go in plane. After saying this, he gave a reaction like, nah. Without seeing his reaction, blindfold me, I said, I want a business class ticket. This was the point I really triggered him. He gave me a star, a deadly star. He asked me to just mind my business. Honestly, guys, it took me 2 weeks to convince him. And finally, I made him say yes. But I would say it's a half victory because he said we're going to Mysore and Coorg in economy tickets. I asked for Delhi and Kulu Manali, but instead he came with an alternative idea of Mysore and Coorg in an economy. I was convincing myself, okay, man, you're gonna travel plane, and at least rather than sitting up in these four walls, you will taste the Cook's coffee and chocolates. Cook is known for their chocolates and coffee that taste and order. That itself is a big thing. Business class, maybe later, after 10 years. I was super excited. I mean, I never imagined myself being super excited for something where I was consoling myself. I was literally speaking to myself. Okay, this is fine. Like at least rather than sitting up these in these four walls, you would visit some places, you would go chill there and have some fun. On November 8th, I was waiting at the boarding gate for my SpiceJet flight to Mysore. You know, Chennai is the one and only place where rain shows up when we don't want it to show up. First, it started drizzling, and then normal rain, and then heavy rain. I was like, damn, okay, I get it. I know what's going to happen right now. And then came the announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, due to heavy rains, SpiceJet A320 from Chennai to Mysore has been cancelled. I was like, wow, wow, wow. You guys think it's a mind voice, right? But no. I actually shouted wow at everyone. My dad gave me a deadly look. I kind of said sorry to him. Then we were wondering what to do. So we went to the airport authorities and spoke about other ways we can travel, to reach there. The officer gave us two options. One, stay in Lee Royal Meridian. It's a five-star hotel and fly tomorrow. Or he would arrange a van so that we can travel. I was actually happy with the first option. I felt like, wow, five-star hotel. But again, instead of saying it in my mind, I just spoke it out. I just spoke it out. My dad gave a terrific look and he asked me, can you please shut up for some time? Let me do my work here. Just just go see your phone or eat something. But please be quiet. I again said sorry. I was eagerly waiting up for my dad to say yes to the first option because it was raining heavily. But unfortunately, he said that, okay, arrange for a van. We can go to Mysore in van itself. I was really depressed at that time. Why? A van that too till Mysore in this heavy rain. But the top guy, the god, he always had a plan. Guess what happened? He couldn't arrange for a van. Didn't have the van. So now, wow, there's no other option. We're gonna stay in Lee Royal Meridian. Again, you know what? There was some conversation or an argument going there, but I again spoke it loud. This time, my dad gave the most terrific look, but my mom slapped me out of nowhere. Both asked me to shut up. Even though I got beatings, I was very happy because I was going to stay in a five-star hotel. My dad finally got convinced and we came to the hotel. As I said, the top guy always had a plan. The receptionist said there were no rooms. My dad was really fed up, and I was way more fed up than him. After scratching her head, walking here and there, making some random calls, and I was just like saying everything like like a transparent guy, like a hollow man. I was just seeing all the chaos out there. We finally decided to stay at our relative's house and then flew away. But guys, I had a bad instinct while sleeping. I feel like, dude, something's gonna happen tomorrow. I don't feel this thing right. There's like I'm having an expectation, but something's gonna happen. Something is going to ruin my trip. I know that for sure. I didn't know whether the outcome would be favorable to be us or to the rains. Guess what happened? A heavy rain came next day. So we were just sitting in our relative's home. My dad alone went to the airport to inquire. I kept waiting, looking at the skies, but the rain was becoming too slow. It was winding up. So I thought, okay, so now we have a good chance to fly. After 3 hours, he came with a paper. I asked Dad, now the rain will stop after some time. So we can pack ourselves up, we'll be ready and then we can just fly. And then he gave me a paper. The paper stated that our flight was cancelled again. So all the passengers would get the refund after 2 days. I just gave the paper to my dad with a smile. All I had was one question in my mind. Is it a big crime asking to go in a plane that too in business class? And guess what? I finally landed between these four walls, watching the same movie repeatedly, watching some YouTube videos, and that's how I spent my entire holidays. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sabrish, for sharing your story. As I already said, some stories have certain emotions, and we had so much of emotion in Toastmaster Sabrish's speech. So now we move on to the table topics. For the table topics, we have Toastmaster Bindu. Over to you, Toastmaster Bindu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Niranjan. Today I'm the table topic master. For the guests present over here, I don't think there are any guests, but let me just explain it. It's an impromptu speaking session. And for this session today, anybody can participate, including the guest as well. You can attempt the topic for minimum of 1 minute, then you'll be eligible for polling. Or you can extend your speech till 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes will be the max time that you get. Fine. Today, I'm just informing the proceeding officer because I just wanted to get a new table topic line, make the meeting little more interesting. As the theme is the emotion, what I thought was it's not only when we speak, it's not only our acts or it's not only the quotes that gives us emotions, even the music gives us emotion. The songs gives us a lot of emotion. We are connected to so many songs with the emotions that they give us, right? When just by hearing the music. So I thought, let me play some music today and let the speakers come out with their emotions, what they feel while they listen. So I think it will be interesting to make the meeting more interesting. I thought of this idea. I'm not sure whether, but I think it will be definitely interesting. So who is the first speaker? I told you what it is. I'll just tell you what you have to speak also. If I suppose I switch on a song of Rajinikanth, if you're a very big fan of Rajinikanth, you can speak about him, or the scenes that are there behind, or the scene that is short, like if it's a Pongal scene, or he is in some hill station, you can speak about your hill station travels, or anything, so many options. It's not only that one topic I'm giving you, you can speak only on that. You can explore many things around. So if you cannot get a hint, I'll be giving you a hint, but I need a volunteer.
Yes.
Yes, Toastmaster Anand, 1 second. Let me share the screen.
പച്ചക്കിളിക്കൊരു കൂട് പച്ചക്കരിമ്പഴയുള്ള കൂട് ആ പച്ചക്കിളിക്കൊരു കൂട് പച്ചക്കരിമ്പഴയുള്ള കൂട് കണ്ണാളൻ കെട്ടുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ ഓ അത് നിന്നെ പൂട്ടാനാണല്ലോ തുടക്കം മാംഗല്യം.
Okay, I'm stopping this. So you can decide on what you want to speak on this scene. This is a scene, they're celebrating their friend's marriage. So did you have any event that you went and celebrated along with your friends, or you were there as a surprise in that marriage? Anything you can talk about, whatever you feel after seeing that.
Thank you very much, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Bindu. It was a fantastic scene. I have seen that with good music, lot of friends and relatives around. That gives me a lot of cherishing moments and goosebumps all over the body. See, when I was studying third standard, at that time, my cousin's brother's marriage. That during that time, how I have enjoyed along with the friends and relatives, that was the blast from the past that is popping up in my mind. In today's contest, if you see that, if marriage means I'm going to reception, I'm coming back, where is the enjoyment? Where is the happiness? Where is the dance? Everything is gone. But it's happening in North India because I'm roaming here and there because of business trip. I attend lot of marriages in Punjab, Delhi and all. I've seen that marriage in the reception, lot of dance and gathering is happening. What happens when we dance? Lot of physiological changes take place in our body. Nowadays, doctors are giving the pills to reduce the anxiety, to reduce the depression. When you dance, all the good chemical that reduces the depression is kicked off. That is the fantastic. That is the natural remedies. When you align with the nature always support us. Why we are going to the artificial? Why we are going to the drugs to overload and strain our body? Even at your home, Sunday, play a good music. Dance along with your family members, with your father, mother, brother, sister, wife, siblings, everyone. Let us crack today evening. Handing over the floor to our table topic master, Toastmaster Bindu.
Toastmaster Anand, we also get a lot of dopamine, inside us when we hear your speeches. Sometimes more of laughter, actually, because you connect anywhere. I give whatever topic is given, you come and connect it back to the medical terms, and you give us a proper solutions to be happy always. So thank you for that. And who is the next volunteer?
I would like to volunteer.
Yes, I'll give you one special. Yeah, 1 second. Yes.
Okay. I'm audible, right?
So you can talk about any college culturals that you have been, or you're a good dancer. You can talk about the technicalities of the dance, whatever you feel.
I'm audible, right?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I would like to say that man, he was an actor, but now he's going to a different path. So, like, it's an old memory for me because this was the time where, after lockdown, we went to the theater seeing this song, and like around my age and around these college guys, they enjoyed a lot after this pandemic. That was the first week at the theater. So we were just vibing, and some of this even celebrated by cutting the cake. So that's something huge. And that song, what can I say? That song simply says that a teacher need not to be as strict as we imagine. He can be a cool dude, like seeing students as his own friends and then just vibing with them, giving them some lessons. So I would say the emotion here is like happiness and happiness. Yeah. That's the emotion here. Like he wants everyone to be happy. Even if some mistake appears, he'll just handle it in a cool way so that there won't be much of chaos or any problems out there. I had a teacher during 10th like that. Um, like he always handles it in a way that in Vijay handles in that movie. If some problem appears, he won't like scold or he won't shout. All he does is like he just makes us sit on the place. We'll have some like tea or something. We'll just talk around them, and yeah, it goes like that. At that time, we feel happy and we feel enjoy. So happiness is the emotion I see in this song, and it would be nice if each and every teacher does this in college.
Yeah, I do feel like,
Over to
we have
you,
some teachers
Pradeep.
in our schools and colleges who used to encourage us and who become kids along with us. And we feel connected to them. We remember only them even after years. So that's a very good thing. Yeah, I need a next speaker. Who
Shall I
is
try, ma'am?
I would like to take
who?
one.
Who is it? Janaki, right?
Shravani.
Who is it?
Yes.
Rita.
Yeah, 1 second. Okay, so this will be like any person in your house who makes you laugh when whole family is about to cry or something, or some sort of scenario like this, or you as you are.
How many of you know my husband's name? My husband's name is Shirera. And once the invitations are out, after the engagement, once the invitations are out, one of my aunt is sending me, do you have a DJ? Let us dance for this song. This is the song I am getting it. And you meet the aunt, you would say, I am her replica. Like the correcting English or having an additional gloss towards English or doing an extra translation related, writing related stuff. Yeah, most of them who know both of us would say that you are her replica. And she is texting me. Huh? I have seen a lot of YouTube videos where they dance for Sangeet and they go like this. Malayuru Natama. That's what they would send. And once the invitations are out, she went on YouTube and she found a song which has both of our name, like my name and my husband's name and said, okay, and the DJ kuda vanda. You don't want to have DJ. Give me a mic, I'll sing for it. And we have in our custom, we will have a small fun program after marriage. In that we had little bit of time because before the dinner, everybody had a chance to hold a mic and sing. And she sang this Malayura Natamai, having us both of myself and my husband standing on the stage, and out of nowhere, all the tiny tots, they haven't seen the song. Tourist family was not even there that time. It was on around 2023. I have lots of little kiddos in the family. Everybody are like, because this was the one step taught by my aunt, and everybody were dancing for this. Out of anywhere, my cousin went over to the DJ board and she searched the song and she has played it. Earlier it was singing, and that time it was playing. Out of nowhere, I am blushing. All these conversations are semi WhatsApp and semi call. My husband doesn't even know what's happening. He's blushing, but he doesn't even know why I am laughing out loud. This song is so much close to me for this one reason.
Nice memories. I think I've given you the right choice of song. Okay, let me have another speaker here.
Okay, I take it.
Share light.
Who is it? Niranjan, you want to take one?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know the scene now, so you can talk about how you connect this with you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bindu. Is it literally the perfect song you can give me? There is a reason for that. So it's been 6 years since I came from Bahrain to India. And the only one regret that I have there is not telling my friends that I'm going to leave Bahrain to here. So in the film, Arun Sami goes back to his house, goes back to his hometown after a long time. So Karthi, he knows who he is, but he doesn't know who he is. But the only reason why I'm not going back to Bahrain is I can't go there and say sorry to them after 6-7 years. But this film taught me about how friendship, even after 6-7 years, or 10 years, or 20 years, saying sorry or being with their in their presence is such an important factor in their life. They'll be happy, they'll cry a lot. Even if they have a very big dinner and they are having a drink and singing out loud and having some fun, just for that 10-20 minutes or just for one day, all those 6 years of regret goes off just in that one day. And if I could ever do that, that is probably the most happiest day of my life. Just like how Arun Sami is in this movie, he did not expect to get that kind of emotion, that kind of happiness in his life. Not just because he was like thrown out of his town. So he did not expect any happiness to come out of going to his hometown. But out of surprise, he had so much fun with Karthi, with his uncles, having a good dinner with them. So these emotions maybe seem simple, but in that one day, it means tons and tons and tons. It's just like that. So thank you and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Niranjan. It's all about selflessness and the positive aura that they have. You know, some people, when we go and connect with them, we feel that. We feel how our mind process or the thought process of our mind, how it is completely changed, you know, when we are live in the city, seeing others and seeing the neighbors, or, you know, seeing the society around us, and you go into the village and you see the selflessness that they have. You know, they care you so much in small things. They help you selflessly. They're not expecting anything from you. That's the thing I liked in this movie, actually. So next speaker.
Shall I try it, ma'am?
Who is it? Sabita?
Sabita.
Yes. For me, according to me, actually, I felt music doesn't have any language. So I thought I'll go for this. Hope you're all enjoying this. Yeah, I'll switch on this for you, Sabita. You can connect it.
Living a dream, living a home, let the rhythm take control. Living this day, living it now, live the moment right now. Live every.
So, how do you connect yourself to this Airtel ad, or the things happening around, or the music?
Oh, sorry, I couldn't switch on my video due to some technical issues. So I am a good music lover. Whenever I are listening to music or songs, I feel relaxed and I felt so cozy, and my mind was I'm in tough situation or any stressful situation. I listened one song or any music. I felt very relaxed and I feel very relaxful during the listening songs or music. Especially A. Rahman songs, I like so much. So this is also Airtel, but my SIM is Jio. In my past 5 years ago, I used Airtel and same this song. When I switched off my phone or switch off uh, in this during that time, I listened so many times this music. Especially melody songs also. Uh, these songs remove our stress or any kind of um, tough situations. And I listen so many songs, and I like listening songs or watching movies also.
Thank
And
you,
especially
Sabita.
okay,
Yes,
over
yeah.
to you.
Thank you, Sabita. I can take up one more last speaker, Manju. Toastmaster Manju, would you like to take up? You're spectator today, so please.
Yes.
I'll give you one. Yeah. Yeah, you can see the scene here. So
it's
whatever.
yeah. Good afternoon, all. So thank you, Bindu. So I can see that women is enjoying her own world as her like. So what I feel after seeing this song, I feel that this Diwali, actually, I celebrated first time. I'm celebrating in Canada. So this is the first time I'm celebrating in the bone freezing chill, where I'm like they are not giving permissions for crackers here, as you know, out of countries they are not giving crackers. So we traveled in a bus
I was not even able to hold anything in the bus. It was like such a chillness. And I just went to a temple here in Windsor. It's only one temple we have where all our Hindu peoples will get connected. So I went there. I just literally see that in that bone chilling, I mean freezing chill too. People wearing our Indian outfits, not even wearing a jackets. They were blasting the crackers, all those things. They were enjoying in their world. They were celebrating their culture and the things. The police, they came and they were saying that, oh my God, what is this? This is something different. Even in this chill, you guys are doing DJ stuff, praying, all those stuff. And he was also joined us and he was also dancing, all those things. I just literally see that we South Indians and North Indians celebrate differently, where both we can see here. So most of us South Indians are inside the temple, they were doing all pujas, all this stuff. And we were like dancing with North Indians outside, wearing our outfits. And at that time, I feel that this climate, nothing will stop because out of the country only this is where all people together and enjoy. So as she enjoys in the rain, as we enjoys like this here. So thank you all.
Thank you for sharing your memories about Diwali, how you celebrated in Canada. Thank you so much. Can I go with one more Toastmaster, Niranjan? Then we can stop. Is it okay? Yeah. One more. Toastmaster Nandakumar, would you like to take up one? You're on mute, please.
Yeah, I can go with one.
Yeah.
பாட்டுக்குயிலு மனசுக்குள்ள பாட்டுக்கென்றும் பஞ்சம் இல்ல பாடத்தான் தவளை தட்டு துள்ளிக்கிட்டு கவலை விட்டு கச்சை கட்டு ஆடத்தான் காட்டுக்குயிலு மனசு.
That's a very interesting movie as well as song. I like very handful of Mani Ratnam films, to be honest, and in that handful, this one is definitely been there for quite some time, and it will be there forever, I feel, because it embodies a friendship, the bond of friendship between Mammootty and Rajini. They planned for several versions of this film, in which Rajini was not getting killed, Mammootty was getting killed, and both are not getting killed, both are killed. But eventually, the one which stood out for the Mani Ratnam as well as the crew and in the discussions was this version, in which one of them getting killed. And this made impact for the film as well as the people who watched it, and definitely for me as well. Whenever I see this movie or this song, it reminds me to my school days and college days, when we used to dance in rain with my friends, when I go to their home, or when they used to come to my home to visit, occasionally rains. So we definitely go out and dance in rain. So this song brings me back to those memories. In one incident, when we were playing hide and seek in my home, unfortunately, bathroom tap got broken. So it was all wet and we got panicky, and my friend starts to apologize, and he started to cry and all that stuff. And thankfully, my father handled it. My father was around, and we handled it. And after a few weeks or a few years later, it was a cherishable moment to think about it and reflect upon it happily. So this song and that connects me to those memories of happy days of my child. Thank you for that. Thank you for the topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nandakumar, for sharing your memories. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I'll hand over the session back to our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bindu, for that creative table topics. It was certainly eye-opening for me and for our club as well. We have never tried that before. We'll try it in our future meetings right now, from now on. So now we move on to the evaluation section, the last segment of Toastmasters, probably the most productive one in Toastmasters. So as our general evaluator, we have distinguished Toastmaster Aswiti Rajan taken it up in the last minute. Thank you, ma'am, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Niranjan. So once again, hello everyone. So I am here after that fun-filled, very interesting table topic session. I did not get the opportunity to give an impromptu speech, but today I am the impromptu general evaluator. So here I am with my evaluations and my team. So to start with, let's hear the evaluations for the speeches. So our first speaker was Toastmaster Janaki, and to evaluate her speech, we have Toastmaster Nandakumar. So Toastmaster Nandakumar, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwati. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, today our courageous speaker, Toastmaster Janaki, was giving a speech on managing a difficult audience. I would say we witnessed a masterclass in composure under pressure. Because managing a difficult audience is a project, but preparing for managing a difficult audience is a separate project by itself, which Toastmasters International should take into consideration, I feel. Right from the beginning, she had a positive energy with a smile, and she set the tone with that. She welcomed the audience with a positive smile. And though she apologized for remaining being seated, but I feel it is she prioritized the connection over composure, and she doesn't need to apologize for that. She was very positive and welcoming, and she set a solid foundation for the speech which she was about to give next. Secondly, few positive points or many positive points which I observed. I would like to list them down in order. Firstly, her vocabulary is like so immensely strong, like Hulk in Marvel character. She has a strong set of vocabulary, be it notion, mental pause, or pouncing on them, consciousness, relearn, automation. All these were seasoned. She indicates that she is a seasoned Toastmaster, and she was the words were just flowing out of her mouth. So that I was really admiring that the way she connected those words in a positive way in the speech. Secondly, the crux of the speech, the four-step process in which she said pause, acknowledge, move on confidently, and prepare for next steps. So such a structured way of speech makes the audience to easily to connect and keep the learnings with them, and it will be enabling them to apply the learnings in their speeches and in their learning journey as well. She clearly gave two paths, just like Robert Frost had two paths in front of him: signs of failure and signs of growth. And she gracefully took the signs of growth and explained her how we can take that path as well in our learning process or in our Toastmasters journey. To give upon touch upon areas of enhancement, and sometimes when the interruptions were there, when the interrupters were asking questions, she started to look at ceiling for quite a few seconds. So I understand that it takes time to mentally prepare for the question and answer correctly. It would be good to look at the audience and prepare, take the 2-3 seconds pause which we take for listening to the question. Secondly, sometimes the questions were answered around the bush and not directly. So I would take, if the question is not known or it's not related to the particular topic which we are delivering, so you can always say that that is a good question, and I would connect back and acknowledge it in a more positive way. That was some minor improvements which I wanted to say, so that I should say something, right? So as an evaluator to improve upon. So other than that, to summarize, it was a great speech. It was very well prepared. I could see that in every speech, be it the interrupters and the way you handle them gracefully with a positive smile, and you listened carefully to the beat when Toastmaster Savita was totally bringing up an unrelated topic and they were discussing, and but still you took some pause and patiently listened to them and answered to them. Those are very good. So to conclude, I would say you didn't just manage the audience today, you just managed yourself beautifully. Congratulations on your speech and your patience and preparing for this difficult topic, and making me feel wow about for evaluating this. And I wish you all the best in subsequent speeches.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nandakumar, for that wonderful evaluation with full of constructive feedbacks and a lot of commendations and recommendations. Thank you. So for the second speaker, Toastmaster Sabarish, I am the evaluator. So here is my evaluation for Toastmaster Sabarish. So today we were introduced to a very adventurous, fun-loving, naughty, yet an innocent kid, Toastmaster Sabarish. And he was a child with whom we all could relate. I'm sure all of us would have experienced something like that. At least I remember during every summer vacations begging my father, expecting that he will plan some vacation, but finally we used to end up in my hometown with my grandparents. And so that is why the speech was so relatable. So thank you so much for giving us that nostalgic experience through this wonderful speech. Very well packed, very well structured, wrapped with beautiful elements of speeches like the simplicity of the words you use, the storytelling, the humor, the excitement. Everything made the speech so relatable, so excited. So coming up with the points that I loved in your speech. First, the introduction. The way you started your speech with a captivating question, right? You asked a question, but usually we see that whenever you ask a question, you expect some answer from the audience, or you wait for a few seconds to receive a response from the audience. But this time, for a change, you came up with your own version of having of your best day. So you gave multiple answers, your responses, and it didn't feel different. We were all so much into your speech because it made us think about our versions, our days, how we love to have a beautiful day. So that was a different way to start, and I really loved it. And then your storytelling. Your whole speech was your story, your childhood memories, and it was so well explained. Every event was so relatable, and it was so descriptive. The words you used, it was so descriptive, and that is why it felt so nostalgic. So that is the beautiful part of your story. Now, because your your speech had very specific objectives, the body language and voice modulation. So coming to that part, now, I felt this speech altogether had a lot of scope to show body language and voice modulation, because you were at times you were talking to your father, you had a conversation. You could have added some variation there where we could differentiate between you and your father. Adding little pause between your speeches, between your words, also makes it more powerful. So places like where you said deadly stare, you just continued this word with the other sentence. You could have stopped there, given a small pause, and then maybe reduced your volume, like deadly stare or something like that. So you can show the voice modulation and yet have that perfect impact. Another thing was humor that I loved in your speech. It was hilarious throughout. But again, somewhere I felt that humor was not giving that punch, because you did not give time for the audience to respond or to laugh at it. So humor feels better when you have a pause again there. You crack a joke or you have a point, and then you give a pause so that audience can respond to it. I have few more suggestions which I will be sharing with you through the reports. So altogether, it was a wonderful speech, a nostalgic speech, very interesting speech with lot of humorous elements, a very captivating beginning and a wonderful story. If you can work on your body language, try to stand and deliver your speech to show your hand gestures and add some voice variations, I think this speech will be very impactful. All the very best, Toastmaster Sabarish, and thank you. Yes. So now we have the reports by our role players, the taggle players. So I will call Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari to present the timers report.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Ashwati ma'am. So with respect to prepared speech, Toastmaster Janaki took 16 minutes, 7 seconds. Toastmaster Sabarish took 7 minutes, 34 seconds. And with respect to table topics, Toastmaster Anand took 1 minute, 52 seconds. Toastmaster Sabarish, 2 minutes, 7 seconds. Toastmaster Janaki, 2 minutes, 28 seconds. Toastmaster Niranjan, 2 minutes, 27 seconds. Toastmaster Sabita, 1 minute, 31 seconds. Toastmaster Manjumata, 1 minute, 30 seconds. And Toastmaster Nandakumar, 1 minute, 47 seconds. And in evaluation section, Toastmaster Nandakumar took 3 minutes, 51 seconds. And distinguished Toastmaster Ashwati Rajan ma'am took 4 minutes, 12 seconds. And over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Uma. Now moving on to the next report by our R-counter, grammarian, idiom master, Toastmaster Savita.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Ashwati. So today my report gonna be little lengthy. So I think the word of the day and idiom of the day was not used by many of us. So street smart is a very common thing. So try to use in this coming week. And also the word of the day, acumen. So let's move on to the grammar report today. So grammar report. So there are a couple of very good usage of words which I would like to call upon. That is mental pause, wind up monkey, cherishing moments, goosebumps, blast from the past, additional gloss in English, handful of movies, embodies the friendship, compulsion under pressure, connection over composure. Uh, and I really like the way Toastmaster Nandakumar pointed out Toastmaster Janaki's expertise in English as a Hulk. So that's a very good analogy or comparison. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Nandakumar. And crux of the speech, around the bush, commendation and recommendation, nostalgic experience. So these are the wonderful used words for today. So there are few words which can be rephrased, or the synonyms will look better is what I felt. It's my personal opinion. So beautiful is used for the people and the things, but when it comes to breakfast, it becomes delicious until and unless it's served beautifully on your plate. So I feel whenever your mom or somebody makes a breakfast, you will not say as beautiful breakfast, you will say it as delicious breakfast or yummy breakfast, something like that. So bad in okay, how it is completely changed. Instead of that, you can use as a word transformed. Changed is one thing, the transformation is what we need to look at. So how the village got transformed, that really excites me, something like that. Okay, good music listener. When you are telling I'm a good music listener, it should be like I listen to music very often. It should not be good music listener from my point of view. So I felt very relaxed. Instead of that, we can say I feel very relaxed whenever we listen to music. So apart from that, I like so much. When you like so much about certain things, better you say it as I love it. I love it so much. So bone chilling cold can be told as freezing cold. So cold is one level, chilling is the other level. When it goes beyond chilling, that becomes freezing. So you can use the word freezing very often instead of telling uh, cold and chilling together. So it's a addition of these two is freezing. Instead of stuffs during your conversation, you can mention as activities or playful things, something like that. So these are my few observations. And apart from that, few pronunciations needs to be revisited is what I felt. So when we are telling a word, don't connect with ah. So like ah, all those things can be reduced if you specifically look at what you're speaking by going through the recording. Thank you so much. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Ashwati.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Savita, for such a meticulous report. You did not miss even a single point here, and it shows your observation skills, that how well you were observing every part of the speeches. Thank you. So now comes another interesting session by Toastmaster Mustafa, who is the listening master. He is here to test our listening skills. So over to you, Toastmaster Mustafa.
Okay. So I'll ask you some few interesting questions which happened in the session. So at the start of Toastmaster Janaki's speech, she mentioned she texted something and it got auto-corrected. Which word was it?
Send.
Can anyone answer?
Send.
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 And it got
Send.
okay.
Send.
Send
Send
report.
became sent.
It became sent the report.
Okay. So in her speech, 4 Toastmasters interrupted her and asked some questions. Can you name who interrupted?
Toastmaster Anand.
Master Anand, Savita, Bindu.
And another
Uma. Toastmaster Uma.
Uma,
also.
yes.
Uma,
Myself.
yes.
That's great. So in her speech, she mentioned 4 steps. What was it?
Pass,
Listen,
acknowledge,
acknowledge,
Pause and smile.
pass,
move confidently. Pass,
Acknowledge.
acknowledge, move confidently.
Repeat and move.
Oh, repeat.
That's great. And in Toastmaster Sabarish's speech, he said, what did he had in breakfast?
A
He
bread
said that he
omelette.
had breakfast. What did he have? And
Is it a
including
Bread
bread
omelette
omelette,
and
he said
broccoli.
another.
broccoli? Yeah,
Broccoli.
broccoli and bread omelette. Yeah.
Okay. So Sabarish told his dad about his plans. What was it? What was the location he planned to, and which ticket he wanted to book?
Simla.
Business
Simla
class.
and
Delhi and
Mysore.
He
Kulu
went
Manali.
to
Kullu
Mysore and
Manali.
Kulu.
Delhi
First
and
Kullu
Kulu
Manali
Delhi.
by
Yeah,
business class.
business
Yeah,
class.
Delhi
Yeah.
and Kullu Manali in business class. And what did his father change his plan to?
Mysore.
Mysore.
Mysore and
Economy
Coorg.
class.
Economic.
Mysore and Cook.
That's great.
Coorg. Yeah, Mysore and
Okay.
Coorg.
He mentioned his flight airline and his flight number.
Jet.
What was it?
Spice jet.
SpiceJet, and he mentioned the number
A320. Yeah,
A320.
A320.
Wow.
Okay. Anand sir, in his table topic speech, he said his favorite memory about marriage, about his dance. What was it?
So dance in North Indian marriages, like Delhi he went and
Yeah.
a lot of dance and music.
He boosted his
Okay.
dopamine over there.
And Toastmaster Janaki mentioned her husband's name. What was it?
Sriram.
Sriram.
Okay. And she also mentioned someone to be her replica. Who is it?
Ram.
Aunt.
That's great. And Toastmaster Manju mentioned a city she visited in Diwali. Can you name that city?
I just know Canada.
No, in Canada, she mentioned the city as well. No one? It was
Windsor.
Windsor. Yeah, it was Windsor. And Toastmaster Nandakumar mentioned that his friend started crying after something happened. What was it?
Yeah,
When the
Broke his
tap
leg.
got broken.
Tap.
of the bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. So everyone was paying attention to this session, and kudos to Manju Mata for remembering that A320, and everyone listened well. So over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mustafa, for that very interesting session. So now I missed one report. I missed calling our counter, Toastmaster Shravani. So I welcome her to present her counter's report. Toastmaster Shravani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwati. Coming to our counter report, Toastmaster Nandakumar, while speaking, while giving his guidelines and the table topic and evaluation report, his filler word was a. Toastmaster Janaki, your repeated words are I and the filler word is minimal a. Toastmaster Aswati, while giving her guidelines and evaluation report, the filler word is a. And Toastmaster Shabarich, while giving your speech, your repeated words are and I. Coming to TT Master Toastmaster Bindu, your filler word is a and the repeated words are and so. Coming to the table topic speeches, I didn't find any filler word in Toastmaster Anand's speech. Toastmaster Shabarish, your filler word is and the repeated word is so. Toastmaster Janaki, your repeated word was and. Toastmaster Niranjan, your repeated words are and so. Sabita, your repeated was I. That's it from my side, Toastmaster Shruti. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shravani, for that report. So now here I am with my general evaluators report. So today's meeting was again very interesting, filled with lots of fun. We had a few visiting Toastmasters today who played the roles. So it was nice to see them to collaborate with other members from other clubs. To start with, I would like to appreciate the essay to start the meeting on time, because we were actually struggling with the role players because they were not joining on time, but still we were able to start the meeting on time. So that was really nice. When it's very important that we start the meeting on time. Then it was wonderful that she spoke about the festival that we all just celebrated about Diwali. So that was a nice beginning. The only suggestion here is that she was suggesting a few meeting ideas to our presiding officer. I know it was because of the excitement, but these things are basically to be discussed during the business section or the business meetings. So that could have been avoided. Now moving on, presiding officer again had a very interesting interaction with all the members, gave a very good start to the meeting. She officially welcomed and made sure that if we have any guests, they are introduced and given their space to speak in the meeting. And we had a very, young and dynamic Toastmaster of the day today, Toastmaster Niranjan coming from SRM, visiting Toastmaster. I love the theme because we all celebrated the festival, and festival or no festival, emotions are something that makes us human, right? It can be any kind of emotions, and you brought that wonderful topic and you discussed with all of us. You gave the opportunity for interaction also. So that was a wonderful theme. So thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Niranjan, for bringing up that theme. Then we had a wonderful prepared speaking session where we had two speakers, Toastmaster Janaki and Sabarish. Both the speeches were different yet very interesting. First speech was informative, persuasive, and interesting too because of the interruptions we had today. Here, one more suggestion, that the guidelines, there are specific guidelines for such a speech in the project. So I think, I'm not sure if that was shared with the interrupters or the people who interrupted during the speech. Usually the interruptions are made only once by one interrupter. So I saw that some interrupters were continuously interrupting. So that maybe the guidelines were not read carefully. So that is one suggestion there. Speaker number 2, again, I gave my feedback also. It was a humorous speech, wonderfully delivered. And then we had an amazing table topic session, very different than the way we do it usually. Very interesting theme that brought different emotions of all the speakers. So that was very interesting, very nice. We enjoyed the music as well as the music of emotions here. So thank you, Toastmaster Bindu, for bringing up that idea and making this meeting so creative. Evaluations again were wonderful. I'm really, amazed by the acumen our Toastmaster Nandakumar has in evaluation, because I could see how well he observed the speech he picked up every single word. He observed the speech so well, and that was very clear with the constructive feedback he gave. And what captivated me in his evaluation was the usage of examples, Hulk, and he added a humorous tinge also in the evaluation, which is not so easy when you are delivering a evaluation. Usually you go with only the positives and negatives of the speech, but this was a very nice evaluation to hear. So altogether, all the role players and our taggle role players, the timer, our counter, grammarian, idiom master, and our listening masters, all of you made this meeting really interesting, a very impactful meeting, because we could learn so many things through your reports too. So thank you so much. The only suggestion I have for all the members is the agenda. I see that agenda is shared little late. Um, I can see that it is happening every week. So maybe we can work a little more on this thing, and at least 2 to 3 days before the meeting, if we could share the agenda. I know we are struggling with the role players. It is always nice to see people visiting our club playing roles, but at the same time, we are missing our own members too. So we need to work on that, and we need to find out why it is happening, so that we can increase the participation of our own club members also in the meeting. So with that, I think you all enjoyed the meeting like how I did. And I'm looking forward to wonderful meetings with more interesting and creative elements like we had today. So thank you so much, and back to you, Toastmaster Niranjan.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Dlftmc, for your detailed and such a wonderful general evaluation. I should have put up at the last minute. So kudos to you, ma'am. And I hope we all had a wonderful session today. We learned a lot, we laughed a lot, we maybe had few stumbles, but we all laughed today. And we had, since this theme for today is emotions, each and every day of our life, we are going to go at least one emotion a day, at least. So yesterday I had our Division D conference, where we had a lot of learnings for me from my side. So it's the first time I took up a role in the division role, and I did it well. And the only emotion that which you get is when you have a lunch period or after the contest is over, people who you don't know come up to you and say you did really well, even though you don't know their name or anything. That makes your day. Even though this is the first time I was doing it, and you have a lot of people come up to you and say you did well, and that is the only, you feel happy. That is the emotion I had today. And coming up here, and it's been like almost 8 or 9 meetings I've attended at Dynamic Leaders Forum Club, and each and every meeting is always been really good. Learned something, or is always happy to be here. And I have to thank Toastmaster Athira for this. Actually, she posts in the group, and I asked her if I can come. She's always says yes. Okay, I'm diverting. Okay. So thank you all for coming up for this meeting on the theme emotions, and I give the control back to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Savita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Niranjan, for evoking our emotions today. And post lunch, everyone feels sleepy on Sunday afternoon, but we are geared up for the meeting. So that is the beauty of Dynamic Leaders Forum, I should say. So thank you so much for taking up the role, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. And I feel nobody need to tell you, if you feel that you did a good job, that is only that big smile comes on your face. So that is most important. So keep smiling as always. So let's move on. So Toastmaster Nandakumar, how did you feel today's meeting? Your thoughts, suggestions, feedback, anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, this speech, managing a difficult project, is a difficult speech to organize. In fact, you have to be prepared for interrupting the speaker, and you have to do it in a polite way. and the speaker also has to respond in a positive way. It's very challenging. This is the second meeting I'm attending with the club, so all is positive and all is happy learnings for which I take from this. Thank you for the experience.
Thank you so much. So before I go to the next feedback, let me just launch the poll now. One moment. I just want a confirmation. So Toastmaster Uma, are you there? I think we had Toastmaster Anand, Sabarish, Niranjan, Sabita, Manjumata, Niranjan. Am I missing someone in the
Nanda
TTC?
Kumar, last is Nanda Kumar.
Oh.
Anand, Sabarish, Janaki, Niranjan.
Okay.
Sabita, Manjumata,
Anand,
Nanda Kumar.
Sabarish, Janaki. Okay. I missed Janaki only. Sorry about that, guys. Mar Master Janaki. Okay. Okay. So, any other thoughts regarding today's meeting? Where is the account? Shravani. So, Shravani. Sorry, Toastmaster Shravani. You have any thoughts?
Thank you so much
Suggestions?
for inviting me. In the weekend, nobody willing to like plan meetings, but you people energy. I after seeing, I feel very happy. Your coordination was good, though it is online meeting. Everyone is coordinating very well, and I thoroughly enjoyed table topics. Uh, that's it from my side.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shravani, for helping us with today's counter role. Your help is very much appreciated. Please do join us every Sunday if you're free. Just join us and see how our club proceedings are happening. We'll be happy to have your feedback and happy to have you whenever you're free. Okay. So anybody would like to provide some suggestions before I go and announce the polls results? Any thoughts, any suggestions? How did the meeting go? Positive, negative, anything? Okay. So let me announce the polls. Hope everyone answered the polls. Only two have answered.
Once.
Can you please answer? Can you please? Five of them have answered. Six. Okay. Seven of them have answered. Eight. So, guys, we have our 300 milestone coming up on, we have to yet to decide the date on Jan 25th, or else we'll be doing it on February 1st. It will be an hybrid meeting. I am openly announcing it. We are yet to plan a lot of things, and if any of our club members are interested to become a milestone chair, please reach out to me. And all the members who are attending from the other clubs, please do join us and encourage us on the 300th milestone meeting, which will be conducted in Chennai. I'm not sure about the venue. Once we get the venue, we'll keep you posted. So this is one of the important update which I missed to provide. So I think the polls are ready. So let me ask you guys, who is the best speaker? I think both are best speaker, right? Both rocked in their own way, but Janaki is the best speaker for today. Sorry about the typo error. I think you will be the future distinguished Toastmaster. Wishing you all the best for that. I'm very sorry about that. But still, best table topic speaker, none other than Toastmaster Anand. Yes, Toastmaster Bindu, you are right. Health master of our team, dopamine of our team is Toastmaster Anand. Okay, best evaluator.
Nand Kumar, for sure.
Yes, distinguished Toastmaster Ashwati Rajan. Yes, Toastmaster Nandakumar. Thank you so much for joining us and helping us in today's evaluation. Your feedback is very much enriched, and do join us next coming week. So, best role player, Toastmaster Bindu. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Bindu, for getting some innovative way of doing the table topics, which not many of us do. We just give a sentence, we just do something, but whenever you come up with something different. And I really want to make you a table topic chair, and we will create a marathon. And I want you to uh, give different slots of table topics so that everyone will come and join and enjoy. So that is up to you. When you want to decide, it's up to you. So decide and let me know. We will make it a special meeting in the month of December. As you asked for the celebration, let's celebrate with table topics. Okay. So ancillary role player, thank you so much, Toastmaster Savita. Thank you so much for your votes. And that's it. So I think we crossed 5 minutes. That's okay. Diwali bonanza. So overall, thank you so much. Now I officially end meeting number 487. We will be meeting in 48. Sorry.
287.
Say,
287.
sorry, 287. Sorry, 287. I jumped to, okay, 287. So we will be meeting 288 in the next week with some interesting session and some challenging stuffs. To join us if you're free, and we'll be very blessed to have you all. So happy Sunday. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll stop the recording for the socializing.